Hello, everyone, and welcome to the American Harp Society's annual membership meeting. I'm Shalali Hugo, president of the AHS, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. We're really looking forward to seeing you all in Toronto next month for One Harp World, our joint event with the World Harp Congress, where we'll be hearing a lot of Canadian music and harpists. In anticipation, we're going to begin our meeting today listening to our One Harp World featured composer, Caroline Bizot. What a wonderful preview. We're now going to vote on the minutes from the 2025 annual membership meeting. You received an email with the opportunity to review these in advance. Please know that you must be a member of the AHS in order to vote. You can now go ahead and type yes or no in the chat for the next 3 minutes to register your vote. Thank you, everyone, for your participation in this important organizational business. We'll now move on to a series of reports and updates on our finances, membership, upcoming events, marketing and communications, and an introduction of our board members. We will now start with our treasurer, Jeremy Chessman.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Chessman, and I am the treasurer of the AHS for about the next half hour. I'm pleased to report that the American Harp Society is able to meet all its financial obligations for the upcoming year without any concern. Our total amount available that we have as of June 1st, when my treasurer's report came in, was $649,000, 872 and 63 cents, and that was up from $627,172 last year. These are big numbers, hard to say. Of that, about $445,000 was in the funds functioning as an endowment. Approximately $107,000 was in the Ruth Rickerson Papalia Fund, and approximately $97,000 was in cash reserve. We are preparing to do an audit this year. As I'm going to be outgoing treasurer, it's typical to do an audit when we switch treasurers. So we will once again audit our accounts, which we did a few years ago, just to make sure that everything's transparent and that we're as operationally lean, and to give some reassurance to our members as possible. And also, as stewards of your finances and a membership-driven organization, We've been very careful to, with our proposed budget, to make sure that we preserve programming for our members while attuning it to kind of members' interest and needs. So thank you for everyone who participated in some of the surveys that we did this year to kind of figure out what interests you the most. You can, of course, always continue to support the society by coming to our events. You're going to hear in just a little bit about the One Harp World event, and then also about the Harp Ensemble Festival that's coming up. The more members that come to that, the better it is for our income side, and the more money that we have available to use for our members. We're also going to be hearing some stuff about a sweepstakes, which we've done for the last few years, which has really been a great fundraiser. And so we have a lot of great things that we're working on in regards to the society. One of the other things that we are really working on in order to be good stewards of your funds is working on developing and recognizing some major gifts. And this year we've been really particularly lucky to have two major gifts given by former members. The first is from the estate of Ruth Negri Armato, and she left an endowment, a gift for the endowment fund that will just be used to support all AHS programs. It's really for general purposes. And she was kind enough to realize that every organization just has some funds that we need to basically keep the lights on and keep things running. And so her gift will really help with just some of our general operational support for programs. And then another gift was given from the estate of Suzanne McDonald to endow the Suzanne McDonald Prize as part of the AHS national competition. And we plan for that to be awarded for the first time in the 2028 competition that's coming up. So we really appreciate the gifts of some of our former members and the generous requests that they've given that are going to help the Harp Society continue going forward for many years into the future. And so we really appreciate that. With that, I'm pleased to report that this is my last time as treasurer reporting. It's been a real honor to serve the organization, and I've come to really grown close to the organization and feel very supportive. Continue to support the organization on the board, and have really appreciated the opportunity to get to serve in a leadership position. So I leave you in the future hands of the next executive committee and the next treasurer. I know whoever is voted in today will be excellent in that job. And so I thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kathy McManus. I'm the Executive Director of the American Harp Society. And I'd like to share just a little information about our membership. We currently have 2,680 active members. Some of you may remember that a few years ago, our membership was a little higher. We did have a dip, particularly around COVID, but the trends are wonderful. We are definitely growing our membership again. We have 30% more new members this year than last year at this time. We have doubled our new member acquisition rate, which is fantastic. And we appreciate all of you sharing the information about the Harp Society with other harpists that you may know who are not members. Please invite people to join us. All of the trends are looking good. We have also exceeded our budgeted membership revenue for this year. So we're very happy about that. I'd also like to remind you of some of the benefits of being a Harp Society member. You can go on our website, harpsociety.org, to find all kinds of information. You can learn about all of our membership benefits and programs. If you're not a chapter member, take a look and see if there's a chapter near you that you can join. Be sure you have a login to My AHS. It's right at the top of the webpage, where you can find special members-only content. You can update your record with the Harp Society. If your address changes, just go in there and fix it. When you renew your membership, if you would like to just get the American Harp Journal digitally, you can save $5 on your membership. And something very important is that we have discounted group memberships. A studio teacher or a couple of studio teachers can work together to present a discounted membership to your students. And if you are teaching in a school or another educational institution, we have group memberships for K through 12, which is a really tremendous way to introduce young harp students to the Harp Society and the greater harp world. This is especially perfect as we talk about the 2027 Harp Ensemble Festival next year in Texas. We'll want to see you bring your school harp ensemble, and joining as a group is a very good savings and an excellent way to go. I'd like to turn this over now to our National Events Coordinator, Group Coordinator, Lynn Aspinus, to tell you a lot more about those upcoming national events.
Thanks, Kathy. Yes, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help the membership to be aware of these national events that the Harp Society promotes. Speaking of the 2027 Harp Ensemble Festival, Keela Walton will be speaking about that in a moment. I only wanted to say here that the 2027 Harp Ensemble Festival and the 2026 collaborative event, One Harp World, which is put on with the World Harp Congress as a joint venture, represent two truly remarkable accomplishments for the American Harp Society. Genuinely remarkable. This is the first time that the American Harp Society has done a joint event with the World Harp Congress, combining programs from both organizations, including from the Harp Society, the Young Composers Project, the Chapter Ambassador Awards Program participants, the American Harp Society concert artist was the winner of the Young Professional Division of the competition in 2025. The Ruth Papalia Scholarship Award recipients will be performing. And from the World Harp Congress, the Focus on Youth programs and a number of programs that represent their Spectrum initiative, which is contemporary composers and contemporary works, combined with all of the other presentations at One Harp World. It's really quite remarkable. We have prepared some facts about One Harp World, which are fun for you to know. The information is on the One Harp World website. If you would like to come, we hope you will. We have so many people from all over the globe presenting in every conceivable discipline of music and study and pedagogy and history, on a world of different kinds of harps. And this event is as close to the United States as it has been since 2011 and will more likely not be closer for another 22 years or so. So we encourage you all to look at the website and come. Caroline Lazat is the composer in residence for One Harp World, and her music is remarkable, as is the music that so many of the presenters will be performing. And it's just going to be an incredible event, truly. It's taken a large village of people to put this together and to present this to the harp world. And for the Harp Society to be a part of this is just remarkable. A brief word about 2028. So yes, if there are questions, go to oneharpworld.org, or if you want to use the email address, there it is. Before Keela speaks about the Harp Ensemble Festival in 2027, the third national event that will be happening in the next 3 years, it will happen in 2028, and that will be the American Harp Society National Competition. So One Harp World this summer, something extraordinary that the Harp Society has created, all of you have created, and in 2027, the first ever in the United States, anywhere, Harp Ensemble Festival, which the American Harp Society is spearheading. So thank you all. And I hope that you will come this summer and absolutely do everything you can within your chapters and locally to support ensembles attending next summer, 2027, in Dallas, Texas. So thank you all.
Hello. On behalf of my co-chair, Laura Brandenburg, and the Dallas chapter of the American Harp Society, we would like to ask you a question. Do you know or direct a harp ensemble? Or do you want to form a harp ensemble? Because we would like to invite you to attend and to participate in the first ever American Harp Society Harp Ensemble Festival in 2027. So, what will happen at the Harp Ensemble Festival? Well, you will prepare a program of harp ensemble music and bring it to Texas and perform it for a live audience and receive valuable feedback from preeminent harpist adjudicators. They're also going to give you ratings and some awards. And if you are bringing an ensemble, say of 12 people, and they want to also perform as trios or duets, you can actually enter multiple categories and prepare multiple programs to perform. And we have divisions that are appropriate for all different ages, the skill sets, experiences. You can see our complete rules and regulations online. Trust me, if you have thought and imagined and created a group of people that want to get together and perform as an ensemble, we have a division and a category for you. These performances will be open to all registered attendees to watch, so you can observe the other ensembles participating perform. There will also be outstanding concerts by amazing professional harpists and harp ensembles from across the Americas, as well as workshops and other daily events you can participate in. And we are very pleased to announce there will be a collegiate showcase at the festival as well. This is a chance for college ensembles to apply to be featured in the showcase performances. And it's a great opportunity for pre-college students to hear those ensembles and learn more about the college opportunities available to harpists. And to keep this event affordable, as you heard already from our executive director, we'd like to remind you that the AHS does offer special group memberships. And yes, it's amazing. The K through 12 membership, which is for public schools, private schools, community music schools, anything like that that works with K through 12 students, it's a flat fee of $250, and all the students in your program can become members of the Harp Society. And the studio group membership option is also fantastic. And those students, if you get 10 of them together, they receive half price membership to the American Harp Society. So these are great programs that will help it make even more affordable for you to attend the festival. Please go to our website. Just go to harpsociety.org, click on participate, and then scroll down to 2027 Harp Ensemble Festival. You can see all the information there. And of course, more information will keep being added as we keep preparing for this event. And, you know, as the saying goes, everything is bigger in Texas. And we would like to invite you to take a deep dive with us and explore everything harp ensemble. There's plenty of room for everyone. Join us June 17th through the 20th, 2027 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and get ready for a boot scootin' good time. And now Allison Volk will tell us more about marketing and communications and keep you updated about all these wonderful things happening in the Harp Society.
Thank you, Keela. I wish I had brought a special hat too. I'm Allison Volk. I am your marketing and communications manager. And today I'm going to share a little bit about what I've been working on, what the marketing and communications team has been working on, and some very exciting initiatives we have launching today. All right, so I'm just going to share some data we have on our newsletter and our social media. I just want to share, first of all, that in our industry, which is the nonprofit sector, a newsletter open rate is typically between 28 and 29%. But our membership is extremely active and engaged with the AHS newsletter, which we call the Harpist's Bazaar. So we typically see open rates in the 70 percentile range, and we have for the last 5 years, which is wonderful because it means that our members, they understand that there's value coming through these newsletters. We list opportunities and some really fun harp spottings and interviews and much more. So thank you, members, for being such active participants in our newsletter. If you ever have any suggestions about how the newsletter could be improved, or if you have any fun stories to share, particularly if it's around your chapter activities, feel free to reach out to me. You can always reach me at social media manager at harpsociety.org. And I'll share that email address again in a few slides coming up. Just a quick look at our social media. It has been growing. Thanks, Kathy. Facebook, Instagram are our strongest platforms at the moment. We have not found that our members are super active on X, so that's not really a platform that we are currently prioritizing. However, we have a wonderful repository of videos on YouTube. So if you're not following our YouTube channel, make sure to click over to the American Harp. You just search American Harp Society on YouTube, click the follow button, and you'll get notified anytime a new video is uploaded. This is especially fun during national competition years when you get to watch all the videos afterwards. Okay, now I'm ready for the next slide. Last year, we did a wonderful Giving Tuesday fundraiser. Many of you participated, but we actually did a Pay What You Can performance from Noelle Wan, who donated her time and her performance to the Harp Society. We raised over $2,500, and this campaign was specifically for our young harpist programs. I think one of the wonderful successes about this is that it was pay what you can. So if people weren't able to give anything or that much, they could still participate. But we did have some great donations coming in from across the membership and across our board. So keep a lookout for an upcoming Giving Tuesday 2026. We are currently in the very early planning stages of another successful Giving Tuesday. I am ready for the next slide, please. Okay, many of you might remember that last year we did a sweepstakes for a trip to Ireland for two. It was a really cool trip that I think it was 6 days, and it included a visit to Trinity College where the winner gets to see the Brian Burrow harp, which is the oldest known harp. It's at the library at Trinity College in Dublin. And this was a great success for us. Around this harp-centered prize, we raised over $28,000. And of that money, $17,285 went directly to the Harp Society National, and $1,680 went directly to chapters. So the very fun thing about this sweepstakes is not only did somebody get the chance to win this life-changing prize, a trip to Ireland, but we also had our chapters very involved. 25 of our chapters participated, and we did a revenue share. So each chapter got their own unique link. And of the donations that came in through their marketing efforts, 20% of that money went right back to the chapter. So this is a fun way for chapters to get their local members engaged and also to make money back, which can make a difference as you're looking at your fiscal year. We also partnered with the Historical Harp Society and the World Harp Congress to do a similar marketing initiative. So they were reaching out to their members, which widened our community of harp lovers. And we did a couple flash contests for this lovely Irish harp Suncatcher, which I was really a fan of. And then also for the AHS Legacy membership pin. If you're interested in the history of these pins, make sure and check it out on the noteworthy news section of our website. Kathy McManus did a deep dive into the history of these pins, but just to briefly tell you, this is a recreation of the original membership pin that harp members American Harp Society members received when they joined back in the 1960s. So it's a nice little piece of history. And I will add that our winner, Kara Welch, is a Harp Society member. We did have people enter who were not members, but it was really cool that an AHS member won. She is currently planning her trip. She's planning to take her husband with her to Ireland. And she is the principal harpist for the Washington Metropolitan Gamer Symphony Orchestra, which I just think is so cool. They play video game music, which has gotten quite sophisticated and beautiful in the last little bit. So that was our Ireland sweepstakes. It was a huge success. Thanks to the membership and the board. And now, drum roll please, we're announcing our 2026 fundraising sweepstakes. Here it comes. Win the Parisian Escape plus Camac Harp Factory Tour. This is our 2026 fundraising sweepstakes. If you follow the QR code on the screen, you will be taken over to the website where you can enter to win this incredible trip. I'm so excited about it. My brain has been in Paris for the last week as we've been building this out. But we actually partnered with Camac, and the trip will include, I believe it's 5 or 6 days in Paris, where you'll get to see the Eiffel Tower, the Cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, eat some croissants, stay in a 4-star hotel, and of course, go visit the Camac Center in Paris, maybe catch a concert. Then hop on a train to go to Moselle, France, which is in the countryside, and get to take a tour of the Camac factory workshop with Jacques Francois, the president of Camac himself. That night, you'll stay in a chateau in the countryside of France before heading back to the airport. We are super excited about this fundraiser. We have partnered with Camac. They are going to help us promote, and I really wish that I could go. It looks amazing. So when you enter, you're making a donation to the American Harp Society, and that means so much, but you're also giving yourself the chance to win this very cool prize. So we're running this through the end of through mid-October, and we're going to have some very fun flash prizes along the way as well. I am ready for the next slide, please. Okay, so here's what's coming up for 26, 27. The marketing department will continue to work on promoting One Harp World. We also are working to promote the Harp Ensemble Festival, which is very exciting. We can't wait to see what's going to come together for that event. If you are a chapter president, you may be hearing from me because we would like to do a series on spotlighting chapters. If you don't want to wait for me to reach out, go ahead and shoot me an email, because I would love to get the ball rolling with spotlighting your chapter in our newsletter and on our social media. I'm also working with Emily Laurence to highlight some authors and upcoming issues of the journal. We'll continue to spread the word about our mission and what we're doing on social media, and stay tuned for something cool coming for Giving Tuesday 2026. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter if you want to. I guess it's X now, and YouTube. Once again, my email address is socialmediamanager@harpsociety.org, and I would love to hear about your ideas of how to promote the American Harp Society. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. I'm Angela Schwarzkopf, and I am the chairman of the board for the American Harp Society for maybe another hour now. And I have the great pleasure now of introducing you to our current board of directors and our incoming board members. So we're going to start with introducing the members of our executive committee. We have Shalali, who is our president. Megan, who is our first vice president. Rosanna, who is our second vice president. Susie, who is our secretary. Jeremy, who is our treasurer. And then we have a few other members from the board serving on the executive committee. We have Steve Moss, Carla, and Keela. All right, now I will introduce you to our regional directors. Okay, first up we have Hope, who is a regional director, but also co-regional director coordinator. And she shares that with Linda Rose. Our other regional directors include Kathy, Joan, Candace, Felice, Julie, Elisa, and that completes our regional directors. So now on to our directors at large. We have Stephanie, Karen, Catherine, Riza, Amelia, and Becky. And as you saw in some of the slides, there was the word outgoing next to them because their terms are ending in mere minutes. And we will be welcoming some new board members, which will include Juan, Aaron, Laura, Ailey, and Joe. Okay. Well, I will say that the executive committee of the American Heart Society had the great pleasure of reviewing the applications for the chapter of the year. And they were so impressed by not just one, but 2 chapters in particular that we decided to award 2 chapter of the years this year. Here we go. Congratulations to the Ontario chapter and the Sophia Tucson chapter. The Ontario chapter, which happens to be my home chapter, has been busy hosting a variety of Zoom workshops and salons. They have participated in AHS programs like auditions and evaluations. They joined in the fun of our AHS Ireland adventure sweepstakes. And they just this year have their first ever chapter ambassador. We are particularly grateful for their invaluable help in the lead up to One Harp World. And we were so impressed by the Sophia Tucson chapter in the efforts that they have taken to put on brand new fundraisers, including their first and second annual concert fundraiser. They have well utilized the AHS programs by holding both auditions and evaluations and inviting the AHS concert artist. From their holiday harp fiesta to their St. Patty's Day potluck and harp circle, it is clear that this chapter knows how to have fun with their community. It is inspiring to see all the things that both chapters have been doing to support and engage with their communities. Congratulations to you both.
Each year, the Lifetime Achievement Award is given to honor extraordinary service to the American Harp Society and the harp. Our 2026 recipient has served the AHS in a variety of capacities. These are so numerous that I think it's impossible to list them all, but I'd like to share some to give you a sense of the depth of dedication to this society from this person. She is a founding member of the Minnesota chapter and has been their president. She was a young concert artist as well as the Young Concert Artist Program Chair. She has served on the board of directors as the North Central Regional Director, Director at Large, second vice president, and president. She has also been a national conference chair and co-chair and a member of the governance committee since 2015. Now in the role of national events coordinator, she has worked around the clock to help make One Harp World a success. There have been countless meetings, planning visits to Toronto, and years of dedication to this groundbreaking event. We truly would not be doing this without her. By now, you might have figured out who this year's awardee is, but it is my great pleasure to announce that the recipient of the 2026 AHS Lifetime Achievement Award is Lynn Asmus. Those of you who know Lynn personally aren't at all surprised by the level of commitment we've seen over the years from her. Time and again, we've witnessed her combination of creative thinking and attention to detail to uphold the very highest standard in all that she does. Her passionate vision for advocating for the harp and our community has been her lifelong pursuit. Lynn, you have truly modeled extraordinary service. On behalf of the American Harp Society, we are honored to recognize you and your legacy with our Lifetime Achievement Award. Big congratulations to you, Lynn, and thank you so much for everything you have done on behalf of our community. Angela and I are at the end of our terms, as she mentioned earlier, and I just want to say it has been an honor to serve all of you, and we are really looking forward to what our future together will bring with the AHS. Thank you for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you in Toronto in just a little over a month. Thanks, everyone.